hopefully this is working better than last night. So last night, for those of you who didn't know, we had to cancel our streams because the internet connection just wasn't working. I tried everything I could, but like the afternoon stream was very buggy and laggy, and the evening stream just didn't happen at all. Let's have a look if we're live on YouTube as well. Yes, we are. I have both up in the background, so check if it works. Sorry that you heard me twice there for a second. Okay, Twitch is live as well. It all is looking fine for now. No complaints with the bitrate so far. We'll see if that pops up later. And I've also, I think I've set it up to a way now where we can. Oh no, bitrate is very low and unstable. Okay, well we'll see. Keep an eye on it, where we'll be able to hopefully now donate ourselves, which will be very useful. So let's just start it to start the stream. If you know, this is our Boycott Qatar 2022 World Cup series, where we try to stream every time a World Cup match is live, and try to raise some money for a good cause, that to raise some money for to avoid conditions on which the workers had to work there. Let's go back to my channel and have a look in the, no, we don't want to see that. What's the about tab for my channel? Nowhere to be seen here, but here we go, the fundraiser. Let's go here. Donor box, Boycott Qatar 2022. We will, there's already been €5 raised. I don't know why that's not showing. I need to set up a target for this as well. But we will be donating an amount of €50 to start out with. I wanted to donate like a little bit every stream, because we haven't done it for the first few days. We're just going to start with a nice amount of €50, then we'll do like €5 per stream, something like that. That will be kind of the way we'll be going about it. So €50 next, just to get this kick started. Choose payment option, continue with PayPal. I'll just quickly do this off on the other screen just to make sure. We'll be jumping into Football Manager stuff before long, do not worry. €50 one time, PayPal, yes, thank you very much. Sending me to my PayPal client. See if I'm logged in with the right account. Okay, I'm gonna get a message to make sure that's me. Let's see. So I really know, that's fast. 250. I love modern technology. Okay. It's taking a while to process. In the meantime, we can have a quick, oh, hopefully that's not going to get sucked down. It's really been frustrating. That's been a difficult setup. The problem initially was that I set up like my PayPal account to receive the money and to send the money, and you count that money to yourself. So I had to set up a new PayPal account to switch that over. Should work. Now we already got a €5 donation from my girlfriend. What a lovely person she is. Let me actually get back to my stream view so I'll make sure I don't miss any comments. Okay, it doesn't look like anything's been going on so far. And yeah, so home screen, we are finally going to jump into the game against Ballymaccash. We were about to do it at the end of the second to last stream yesterday. Then we actually almost basically jumped into it on the stream after in the evening, but then the bitrate dropped out, which by the way, it looks excellent right now. It's very nice to see. Okay, are we through there now? Don't secure. Okay, I don't think that worked. Why is this so difficult? So let me log into my PayPal. Now it's gonna want my send this message to my phone again, won't it? Hopefully it will work after this. Okay, it's looking like it's loading this time. It's exciting, isn't it? Okay. So we're gonna spend 50 euros. The money of my of my girlfriend is part of that. The 5 euros she donated yesterday. It's not working for some reason. But yeah, we're gonna because I changed the PayPal account, so the money already. Pay has not verified the account of PayPal. Your current setup requires the pay to have an account of PayPal before you can process it. Very well. We'll do that next stream. Very sorry for all that trouble, so we'll not be able to donate for now. Next stream, hopefully we'll finally have gotten that to work. Yeah, so game against Ballymacash away from home, 9th in the league. This is how the league table is looking. We are 1 point behind the top half of the table, and I just realized yesterday when I was clicking through the save a little bit off stream that actually this is very important. Because after the 22 initial games, there's going to be a split between a championship group and a relegation group, and the championship group is kind of going to play the last 5 games between each other, like 1 game against each team. I don't know how they set up who plays away, who plays at home, and the same thing in the lower half. And we'd obviously like to be in the championship group, not because we have any hopes of getting promoted, but A, because we don't want to be threatened with relegation, although current league table suggests that we shouldn't be, but also B, because it's like good for prestige and for the club growth, even if it doesn't. I don't know how much difference it's going to make financially. I don't think that much, but it's just good for our reputation as well, and how much we're liked at the club. But I say, without further ado, for once, let's get into a game quickly. Normally it takes us ages, doesn't it? So it's P.S.N.I against Ballymacash. We are away from home. They are 5 points behind us, so they can't catch up with us should they beat us. But it's a competitive team, so we shouldn't expect it to be easy. We just had a game midweek as well in the cup, so a couple of players might be a bit more tired than they usually would be. They're playing a pretty standard 4-3-3. Made a minor change to tactic in that I stopped going for 2 direct passes, because what I've noticed is that our defenders have always gotten such poor pass completion, and I think it wouldn't be bad for us to hold on to the ball a bit more. Team is as you'd expect, kind of our starting lineup by now. It's pretty settled. Jamie Massey comes in after a good performance midweek after Tom Hegan was disappointing last weekend. He's a young 17-year-old goalkeeper who we want to give playtime to help him improve as well as Jack Owens being in the team, because Tony Tumulty has picked up an injury. He's only going to sit out this 1 game, then he'll be back. But Jack Owens is a good player for that role, but he doesn't know how to play that position yet, so it'll take him a while to get settled in that spot. And other than that, Jake Moore keeps his spot after scoring 4 in midweek and 1 on the weekend before that as well. Chris Watts has got some work cut out for him to get back into the starting lineup. But yeah, without any further ado, let's submit the team and jump into it. Jack Owens' lack of match sharpness, but we don't really have another capable option. Craig Bryars continues to be upset with the role he's being asked to play, but I like the fullbacks. He'd like to be a fullback on defend because he's way better suited to it. I like him on support because, with our mentality, it's not like he pushes up that much anyways, but just a little bit, I think, helps us just have a good shape as a team overall. So he's going to have to carry on with that. But otherwise, if you carry on your performance of the last match into this one, we'll do well. And I have no doubt of that. We won 6-0, even though it was against the lower league opposition. We were very, very efficient. Now they have a youngster, Nigel Massey, already in their lineup, which always scares me a little bit. He's got 12 technique, at least up to 18, 19, 18 jumping reach. So he looks like an interesting player for this level. Could be the difference maker today. But yeah, let's jump into it. We have set it down to key highlights for league matches now, because it's not like anything exciting is going to happen in the league, but the first highlight falls to us. And Nigel Massey scores an own goal, apparently. That was the play we just looked at. And we're going to deliver from the corner. Riddle always gets good deliveries on him, but can't find his man this time. They've got 154 people in attendance today. I think that's a lot for this level. It's hard to have Northern Irish football. Getting that kind of attendance is very nice to see. And free kick from deep here. Next highlight falls with us in possession again, but we did give it up cheaply. And they can play out from the back, maybe with their goalkeeper in possession. He's going to go for the long punt. Let's not do anything stupid here. No, we'll gather it. And Nathan Riddle, I trust with the ball. What is he going to do? He dribbles forward. Interesting. I don't mind it. He's got good dribbling. Finds Tarkington in a very good position. Cuts it across. Check more. He continues his goals going form. Let's go. And that's where you can see like the minor tactic change I made. I think made a difference there. Because normally Mr. Riddle would have just gone for a long pop ball forward here. Instead, he isn't as rushed to get that long distribution. Tries to find a shorter pass, but finding some space for him with the dribble. Finds Tarkington wonderfully. That's a beautifully sliced ball across. Jake Moore with his weaker left foot puts it into the top corner with a fast time finish. And that is a wonderful start to the day for us. 1-0 up within 9 minutes against Ballimaccash, which I love the name Ballimaccash, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that yet today. Ooh, I have to send a message to my mother. Sorry about the mess of a stream today. It will be better in a minute. Stay in on the right hand side here. Bar is going to get a free header off, and he finds the bottom corner as well. That is disappointing defensively. 3 men behind him instead of challenging him, and he just gets a free header, and no one tries to get a block in, really. That was a bit too easy for them. Also, like the ball over the top. I know Riddle's slow, but he just didn't even try to get into the duel for that. That is just very poor defensive behavior, and it's 1-1. We will encourage the boys following that. Pick up their spirits, hopefully. Corner kick to them with the next highlight. On the back stick, Damchik heads clear, and maybe we can counter. Owen's on the ball here. Our makeshift attacking midfielder. He's going to find Jake Moore running behind. Checks straight offside. Owen's still going, though. Ooh, that's a good free shot off. He was very patient there to find the space to run into. Should have done better to finish, but very well played. Okay, I think we're done now with all the things outside of the stream. As you can see, the momentum bars flip back and forth, but it looks like towards the end of the half it was in our favor again. I like the pass completion we're seeing. I would like us to create a couple more chances. And so far, I can't complain too much. You know, with a better team, it was one really poor defensive, I don't know, number of moments, and led to them scoring. Yeah, overall, I think it's just fine. So we have not been doing much through the center, but I think that's typically not our thing either, which is fine. Playing statistics. Wow, Jamie Massey's got 100% pass completion. Craig Bryars is not doing well, so maybe for this game we will set him to be a right back on defend, because with that distribution and that average rating, I think it's better for him to be a bit more conservative before he makes any major mistakes. Nathan Riddle has not been doing well in this terms of distribution either, so the tactic change maybe not having that much of an effect on him as I was hoping. Other than that, nothing major to point out, I wouldn't say. I like the performance of Nicholas Tarkington with 3 key passes already. Very good to see. I'll tell the boys I'm happy how we dominated possession so far. And the change we want to make was make him a fullback on defend. And also another thing I wanted to try is put Riddle on crossing to the far post, because that should find Adamczyk. I'd be tempted to do it on everyone on the left side, but I'm kind of scared if I do it to Tarkington, then he'll cross into the back stick before Adamczyk has even made the move into the box, because he seems to be quite slow in doing that. So that's all we'll do for now. We'll try and change up the distribution to Ferguson though, because he's also a bit of a decent player in possession. Nathan Riddle has given up the ball a bit too much for my liking so far this game. And yeah, let's jump into the second half. Tempted to go positive as well, because we have controlled the game. Push for it a little bit, but it starts with a corner for them. Can we counter again, or is it going to be their opportunity this time? It's headed clear initially, but Ferguson is on it for them. Is he going to shoot? Yeah, he's got that was poor defensive behavior as again, give him the free channel for the shot. Luckily, he hits it high and wide. Not much greater than the beginning of the second half here. We are going to make the move up to positive. Because we have dominated the ball, and that way hopefully we're going to go for some more positive passes. Do not to take anyone off, so Craig Bryce continued his poor display. As has David Jack Graham. I didn't know he had that second first name as well. Many players not too convincing today. In a huge turnout for the books, Nick Tarkington has been our best player out there. In terms of substitutions, what would I want to do? Maybe I'll take Jack Graham off and put on Ben Mitchell, and before a bit of a lapse in concentration of Jack because of his poor performance causes us to lose the match. Could take off Nathan Riddle and bring on Mark Whitfold, but that takes a bit away from us in possession, so we'll keep him on for the minute. The rest will leave as is for the minute as well. Confirm that. For some encouragement, the boys' ways as well. Tarkington didn't like that. Why? Frustrated by the feedback. Why? He's in such good spirits with his good performance out there today. We're at 7 corners already. We've seen way too little highlights from those. I'm not happy with that. Ben Mitchell is struggling to meet the pace of the match. Nathan Riddle has improved a little bit. Johnny Wilson continues to look unconvincing. I don't really have anyone I'm desperate to bring on out there, to be honest. We might make the change of taking off Adamczyk and bring on Bradley Yep soon. But for the moment, we'll stay with the setup as it is. Corner highlight, but I'm not sure if that's an actual highlight. It's just because I just wanted to make changes. Guess it was the latter. Okay, now we will take off Adamczyk. We'll bring on Bradley Yip, winger on attack. We will stop telling Riddle to cross the aim the cross far post. Ah, that was a goal for us. Cancel. Let's have a look at that. We have scored. And is it Łukasz Adamczyk, that man, the Polish 40-year-old wide target forward? Once again, it looks like it is. Nathan Riddle delivers the corner, and I was just complaining about it. Adamczyk beautifully placed into the back corner, and we take the lead. I do think, nevertheless, we are still going to go for that change. We're going to take off Nathan Riddle, whose match rating has improved, but he hasn't looked too convincing today, and bring on Mark Whitfold, who is a bit more reliable in that left back spot, defensively at least. Not substitutions. I'm tempted to bring on Hannah because he seems to be in good spirits for Johnny Wilson, who's on a 6.5. Might be a bit risky because it's a huge downgrade in terms of quality, but we got to give the players a chance to prove themselves, even though they don't look necessarily as good as others. And I will wait to make that substitution. No, I can make that one already. We'll wait to make that one, and I will make Bradley Yip right now, wing on attack. Now we will also change something up and put pass into space on, because we've got a couple of players with pace now on the wide areas. And we should have space to counter into as well. We'll slow the pace down, however, and go for some time wasting. And yeah, continue the game. And now we will bring off Johnny Wilson and bring on Matthew Hannah. And I would be tempted to take some of the more tired players off as well. But I think we shouldn't change a winning team, shall we? They are by far and away better than all the alternatives I could bring on for them. So I will do that. And I think Owen's on the corner this time. Can we score another one? Warrior's underneath it. Doesn't get there. Owen gets stacked though. Finds his man off the crossbar, and apparently also offside in there somewhere. Yip has straight into an offside position. Yip is a fantastic name, by the way. Okay, we have 6.5 minutes to go. We will go up with the time wasting and down with the tempo. We'll stay positive. It's worked pretty well for us. And leave everything else as it is for now. From those changes. Should we drop some praise, or is that going to lead to bad reactions? But some players are, not showing the best body language. Okay, free kick from the wide area. Keke hits it far and wide. So a couple of players are struggling to meet the pace of the match, and Craig Bryce has turned out to be complacent, which I hate to see. And I will go just to balance now, just to kind of see out this game, have less bodies committed forward. And for the last final minutes, we'll also go down to cautious. Not stop looking for goals, but just be a bit more cautious in our approach. As corner kick to us, 1.5 minutes to go. Let's not get a counter here. No, Hannah is going to pick it up. Is he going to deliver one? It finds back to Owens. Two makeshift midfield players. Briars on the ball. Switch to Tarkington. Looked nice. Didn't work out. And I'm really hoping this is not going to turn into Daylight. They do get it back at the goalkeeper though, so it might just be a long punt and then straight through to goal highlights. Whitford wins that header and we get it back. Let's not give it away cheaply now, please. Moore could be in. Can he score again? Yeah! Moore scores another one. His third in 2 league games. His 7th in the last 3 games because he scored 4 in the cup match. What a run this guy's on. I was worried about it because his match performance is 6.7, even though he scored a goal, so he must have not done much outside of that. But so long as he scores, that's what a difference maker does, and it's fantastic in my book. All of a sudden, it's up to a 7.8. Good pass shot through by Jack Owens as well. Is his name Jack? It is Jack. Fantastic performance by him in that number 10 role. Good to know that we're someone we can rely on, I'd say. And yeah, deserved win in the end, 3-1. And that sound you hear is everyone who wrote us off backtracking. What a performance. There you go. Everyone's chuffed and very happy with that. And surely they must lovely now that we secured another league win. We are yet to be beaten since we joined the club. We go up into 6th, although Moyola Park still have that game in hand. We are not really in striking distance with the teams above us, but so long as we are in the top half of the table, I am happy, especially when the league split happens. Although we have a couple of tough fixtures before that comes about. Very well, wonderful performances all the way throughout the pitch. Normally I only praise players when they have an 8.0 above, but if it's very unexpected that they perform so well, I will praise them even when they have less. Mr. Jack Owens is going to get praise, especially for his passing, because he's pulled off all but 2 passes in the attack midfielder role, where you expect him to be under a lot of pressure. Tarkington, who we normally see as one of the worst performers, was the best performer out there today. So he'll definitely get some praise for his creativity. And he's very happy with that. That's fantastic. If these guys can go on a good run of form, then there's not really much stopping us. Mr. Graham has had a bad performance, and I think he will lose his starting place for a while at least. To Mr. Ben Mitchell, we'll criticize his tackling because he hasn't pulled off a single tackle in that centre-back role. So it's good to see the morale go up, but not if it comes at the cost of a bad performance. I'm not necessarily desperate for that. Craig Briars has had his first really poor game under us. The switch to be a defensive right back hasn't really helped in the last match, and his pass completion was under 50%, which obviously we'll criticize. I wanted to see what Massa's pass completion was in the end after we changed it up tactically. 38 out of 35, and we set to distribute to Mr. Ferguson. He's kept a pretty high pass completion, so I think we'll switch that up tactically full time. So let's make those changes now. So Graham comes out for Mitchell, and Massey's distribution will go to our left centre back Ferguson instead of left back Riddle. Overall, we don't have an option for Briars, who had a bad performance. Johnny Wilson will give another run out in an advanced playmaker role, but it looked okay so far, but not super convincing. So maybe another change of roles is in the offing for him. And other than that, I'd be tempted to keep Jack Owens in there, but I think it's going to be Tony Tumulty coming back in. Jack Owens, first option off the bench, without a doubt now, I think. Matthew Hanna did well coming off the bench there too, so it's a bit unfortunate that he will be missing out of even a bench spot for the next few weeks, but it is what it is. So that's the tactic changes following that game. We're still adjusting, you know. It's like we're still in the first few weeks of the job. And here we go. Oh, the most important bit, of course, press conference. Neil Stewart is in attendance, and we couldn't be more excited. He still dislikes us. Our main aim of this, of our stint at P.S.N.I now is actually to get Neil Stewart to like us. The on-pitch performances are secondary. Neil Stewart, guy who's always at our press conferences, has to get to like us, please. So a positive result for you today really puts the pressure on Moyola Park ahead of their match. How significant is it to be able to get the first blow in? Because we're in the race with them to get that top half finish. As I always prefer setting the pace rather than being the team doing the chasing. There's less pressure on us to react accordingly. You have to be happy with that win, right? It was a terrific performance. We were excellent in every area at times. No, that's not quite true. We played some lovely stuff. It was a joy to behold at times. Yeah, that's fair enough. Do you think Jake Moore's early goal was important in determining the outcome of the match? Yeah, kind of, but they did draw level, so not that much. I say there was still a lot to do in a match left at that stage, so I don't know how significant it was. Obviously, it was significant. You know, it was a goal. Like the positivity. Thank you very much, Mika. Jack Owens, but you know, there's a lot of negativity in this room with Neil Stewart. Jack Owens played as an attacking midfielder last time out. Is that something we might see more often going forward? Yeah, we'll definitely do it. Perhaps it depends on a few factors, but he's happy to play there, and I have no concerns about it either. That was it. I have to be critical because Neil Stewart is critical, and we want Neil Stewart to like us. Okay, here comes the moment of the day, basically. Is Neil Stewart's opinion of us gone up? Has it gone up? Okay, it hasn't changed. Damn it. So when we look at home, relationships are still distant. Please, Neil, I'll take you out to dinner. Come on. Just want some friends. P.S.N.I make it 7 unbeaten. We've been in charge for how many? 5 of those. 6 if you can include the cup. And fun fact, I didn't notice this initially. But the interim manager for them beat Bangor, the top of the table club, away from home, and distillery away from home. We joined here in the game against Armagh after 3 disappointing draws. I mean, not all of them disappointing, but a bit disappointing not pick up a win in 3 games. We've turned it around, and surely, after our stint at the club being so successful so far, players have to start liking me. Surely. So managerial support keeps on going up. It was pretty deep in the red initially. Henry Kappa doesn't like me because he wanted to play more, and I told him no. Okay, this is the moment of truth. There's still 4 players who oppose me. Henry Kappa, fair enough. Jonathan Wilson, I don't know why. Johnny Wilson, I really don't know why. Mark Whitford, don't know why. Andrew Ferguson, don't get it. Like, what have I done to you? It's probably just because they have a high reputation. I think they're better than me. But overall, the happiness is, of course, very good, with the exception of Mr. Henry Kappa. Okay, let's move on then. We've got a league game in a week's time against Tobermoor, which is 3rd now. At home is an opportunity to make up ground to the teams above us. But also we need to kind of keep on picking up points to get the team below us, keep that away from us. So it's tricky to have these kind of fixtures right now. That's corruption. Hey, what do you mean it's corruption? Mr. Neil Stewart hating me. Jack Graham apologizes for his poor performances. So does Craig Bryars. That's very good to see. Pick it up next time, lads. You know what? We never checked, actually. Where's our club located? Is it Belfast? I mean, we are the police service of Northern Ireland, so I'd expect us to be in the capital. But we never checked. We'll do that after this advance. So, okay, we've not been able to agree a new contract with Adamczyk. That is bad news, because we need him. For now, let's have a quick look, though. What did we want to look at? Club info. General. Does it say? It doesn't say here, does it? No, it kind of should, shouldn't it? You know, because not every club name gives away where they're located. Let's see the facilities. Yes, City of Belfast. I'm playing at the Dub, of course. The Dub was built in 2021, but it was rebuilt in 2012. I'm not sure that makes any sense. Yeah, no, like it can't be built after the time it was rebuilt. But whatever. But the club is owned by Queen's University, another club in our division. I don't understand that. What club is Queen's University owned by? By Queen's University. Strange, but okay. I mean, we are above them right now, aren't we? So, oh no, we're below them, just below. So, I want to inform you that having entered into negotiations over a new contract with Lukas Adamczyk, I found his demands to be unacceptable. Peter McCrory, Peter. And a Polish side have approached him. I'm giving you the chance to handle these contract negotiations. Should you wish to try to get him to commit his future to us instead? Oh, Peter, how have you not done it? We need Lukas. Lukas is an awesome player as well. Lots of Polish sides coming in for him. What is his contract saying? So, okay, he's got an amateur contract, so guessing he wants money to play football. Let us see if we can agree a deal with him. Important player, that's fine. You will be. I mean, he's been scoring so much for us. Oh my god, he wants an appearance fee of 250. Of course we can't afford that. Are you mad? We can offer you 75. Goal bonus of 50. Love it when you score a goal. And his substitute fee, we keep that high. That's fine because it's not going to be an unused substitute ever. Substitute ever. Just those terms. Okay, we're not going to come to terms with Lukas. Gonna probably have to say goodbye to our Polish white target forward. I hope that the transfer isn't going to go through before the end of the season. That would be terrible. So for 100 just terms, and that is unacceptable. And he's unlucky because these Polish sides probably have been offering him a lot more money. So we're going to have to say goodbye to one of our superstars of the season. Hopefully not before the season ends, but I'm scared that it could be. And the only backup we have is Red Leopold, who's just brought in that, on the right-hand side. Who's not really ready to take over the mantle. I wanted to change this tactically full-time for our post. We might change that back in a second if Adamczyk decides to leave us. I'm not sure. I mean, since he doesn't have a full-time contract with us, it would make sense if he leaves before his contract like runs out fully. And I'm not sure how it goes. So we have the league fixture, and then straight after we have the cup fixture midweek. So I'm tempted to rotate a little bit for the league fixture because we do want to go for that cup. It's the 4th round. I think that's the round of like last 32 or whatever it's called. Ah, B team. Sorry, too fast. Okay, who can be made available for B team? Tom Hegan can, yes. So they're playing Wednesday. So Tom Hegan, Mark Whitfield, Daniel Coulton, Chris Watts, Walker, Hunter, Jake Owens, Louis Wilson, Matthew Hanna, Jordan Diven. All of these players can be made available for the B team. Bradley Yip as well. Jamie Massey, no, because he'll play. No, we're gone. What about our other goalkeeper? Oh, doesn't matter. Available for next match, 1 match, 90 minutes per match, that's fine. So Hegan in goal, Diven right back, Lawalker right centre back, Louis Wilson there, Mr. Ben Gordon left back. Now we have a left back available, don't we? Yeah, Whitford goes in left back, Blackstock can go in the centre of midfield, Yip down the right, Chris Watts. We will not make more players available. Ben Gordon, Louis Wilson, Lawalker, Kobe Hunter. What about Kobe Hunter? Kobe Hunter left back, yes please. Courtney can go on the bench. Matty Hannah can go in central midfield. Blackstock, I guess, can go in left midfield. We don't have anyone for that position, so at least he can gather some match sharpness. And Jack Owens will continue to play in that attack midfield role, so that hopefully he learns it a bit quicker. And we will move on. Well, I just noticed that something went massively wrong with my stream title. It's called Northern Lish Adventure Continues. Obviously supposed to be Northern Irish Adventure Continues. Let me update the titles. Northern Irish. I think it was Northern Irish, and I missed the R because the R is a bit broken on my keyboard. There you go. Update all. And it's fixed. Perfect. That was fast. You don't know that from me normally. Fixing problems so fast. Okay, now we just got to keep our fingers crossed that Lukas Adamczyk doesn't leave us before the season ends. But because he's not got a full-time contract, it's not like set to expire at this or that stage. I think he would join those Polish sides immediately. But who knows? I understand he wants to leave. If they offer him money and he's there on an amateur contract, he can go back home to Poland. Like, I would leave too. But I still hope he won't. So, there it is. GKS Belkadov signed Adamczyk on a free from P.S.N.I. So he has gone. And he's earning 160 euros a week for 1.5 years still. At 40 years old, who can blame him? Good luck to you, my friend. I'm sorry that we weren't able to offer you any more. I'm very sorry what that means for our team. Because that is problems. So is there anyone we could train to be a right winger? Mr. Louis Blackstock? Not really. What about the youngster in our B team? That's one guy, isn't there? Rory McLaughlin. Could be a bit of a playmaker out on the outside. Yeah, I guess advanced playmaker on support down at right wing. I don't really think we have another option. Let's have a look through our tactics. So Bradley Yep is going to take that role now. We're going to set it from a wide target forward to wing on attack. We are going to go stop Riddle from crossing for the far post. We will play with pass into space on because now we've got some more pace out wide. Yep, you can go to the position settings. It's a winger now. Okay, then we'll just click through real quick, see if anyone has any capacities to play down that right wing or the stats to maybe do it. He has pace, but he's more of a defender. Jack Owens doesn't have pace. Chris Watts. Probably not going to be relearning it quickly at his age as well. It's got one crossing. It's not what you want. So I'm sorry, Love Volker, Jordan Divan, can't really do that either. Matty Hannah, nor him. Then we just have centre backs down here. Ben Gordon, Daniel Courtney. No one's really looking like it. I think it will be the guy from the B team, Rory McLaughlin. You can come up to the first team actually. Move to senior squad, and let's just get him on the bench here. And we will put a personalized instruction on him whenever he plays there. He can be an advanced playmaker. We'll have to change up that role, Wilson. But yeah, hopefully we're not going to have to call on him too much. Okay, so we have that game on the weekend and then in the cup, and then we have a break anyway, so we can go for pretty much full strength team. Just rest them. Bradley Yip is going to need a rest in terms of training. because he just played for the B team because I thought he didn't have to start for the first team. Now obviously he does. That Lukas Adamczyk has left us. Mr. Bradley, yep. Training, rest, 2 days. I'm not sure if that's still gonna count for today or if it was too late to set that up. Kappa presumably facing uncertain future. Yeah, that's what it is. Will you be granting Henry Kappa the playing time he has demanded? Only if he earns it. Henry will have to remain patient for now. Okay, Neil. Has that changed our relationship? No, we're still distant. Are we friends with anyone from Northern Ireland yet? No. Okay, nothing's changed here. Alan Whitford's moved up in the hierarchy above Riddle, even though Riddle is vice captain and playing, whilst Whitford is neither. Well, that's surprising. Full message in the inbox. Belgos has Kappa must not place. Team selection for Tubbermore. Take on Tubbermore. Ooh, press conference. We love these. Come on, Neil. Learn to love us. Press conference answer is downcast and he's negative. Good start. Tubbermore United have been playing far beyond expectations all season and find themselves in third place. Can Tubbermore United take something from Saturday's game at the Dub? I'll be confident. I think it's going to be a struggle, but if we play well, I think we'll come out on top. Adrian Whiteside is winning a lot of plaudits for what many perceive to be his overachievement with Tubbermore United this season, given their limited resources and finance. Do you agree that he is performing at an unexpectedly high level at the moment? I guess so. I don't know. Adrian doing his wonderful. I think people are getting carried away with the praise. No, Adrian is doing a wonderful job in very difficult conditions. You're obviously very surprised by their current performance levels. Is there a danger of Adrian Whiteside and the side finding your praise a little patronizing though? I would say it was a commonly accepted view that they're overachieving. How can it be patronizing? I mean, you suggested it, but I don't want to disagree with Neil because we want him to like us. I certainly hope not. It's not how it was intended. Smiling warmly. Tubbermore United come into this match fresh from a resounding 5-1 victory against Portstewart, who we were unable to beat. So that's scary. How does that affect the preparation for this match? The confidence they've gained for that match makes them a bigger threat, and we need to be ready for them. How much of a role has Stuart Forrest in Tubbermore United's success, in your opinion? He's played 21 games, got 3 goals, with a 7.42 average rating from fullback. That is scary. I don't think it's up for discussion. He's been outstanding. If Lukas Adamczyk's gone, you have to wait until the next transfer window before replacing him. Is that fair? I don't think so. No. I don't want to create a story out of this. Let's just agree to move on. No, it kind of feels like it was stolen from us, and that's something I can't accept. Considering the influence Lukas Adamczyk held in the dressing room, are there fears that the club that his departure would result in significant harm being done to apps for amongst the squads? No, I don't think that's a big problem. I don't think he was that important to the dressing room. He's not the first player to leave on my watch, nor will he be the last. There won't be any problems. I can assure you of that. That's just not true. Like, there's one youngster left. I said there's almost an element of risk involved, like when players like Lucas leaves. But it was the right decision, and we have signed the corners. I've already spoken to the players to remind them of their responsibilities and to challenge them to react in the right way. I haven't. We'll focus squarely on bringing long-term success to this club, and Lucas being here or not doesn't change that. Yeah, say that. Yes! He likes it a bit more. It's still dislike, but it's green. It's gone up, his opinion of me. What are we saying? Relationships. He's gone! We're not distant anymore. Love me, Neil, please. Maybe we'll finally be able to turn him around. Okay, match coming against Tubbermore United. Bargo, Whiteside not doing a wonderful job. John McGill for your perusal. No progress, good to know. And then, training we can review. I don't know if we can praise him already again or if we just did last week. But with the spirits being high anyways, we'll just wait until next week to praise the players for their training performances or not. So who's on the playing time? Tom Hegan is concerned. He can play in the Cup. And Jordan Divan is concerned. It's fair enough, but you're not very good, so I don't really want to play you. As long as Craig Bryars keeps on doing okay, because he didn't do well last game out, I don't really see a reason to force you into the team. Sorry. Okay, so it's a round of last 16 already, because after this match against Port Stewart, the quarterfinal will be drawn. There's been a game postponed in World Cup. Doesn't really seem to affect us too much. Not sure why we got that information, but thank you very much, game. And here we go, match day. We are gonna be facing off as matches support is average, not poor anymore. Yeah, we're already at very poor, pushing up to average. Good job from us. Does that mean that no players hate me anymore? No, they still do. Okay. Let's save the game here. We haven't done that yet in today's stream. So I think we'll save it as this. No. Save it as this. Okay. So I didn't know that Nathan Riddle has only got 9 assists throughout the season. Jake Moore scored 10 goals, although 7 of them coming in the last 3 matches. So yeah, let's jump into the game against Tobermoor, who's hit third, been on a good run lately to push up to that position. They are 5 points ahead of us. Should we be able to win it, be within 2 points of that 3rd spot in the league, which is incredible considering the team we took over. They are playing at standard 4-4-2. We of course have the challenge to replace Lukas Adamczyk down the right hand side. Now Bradley Yip is going to take over. He's the winger, the young winger we signed in the transfer window. He's not got much to offer except for pace and dribbling. But I think at this level, this could be very effective, and I hope he's just going to hit the bylet and then swing a low crossing or something like that. 5 crossing, he's not going to pull off any amazing balls. But yeah, I'm hoping for the best. We have a couple of players on a heavy match load, and we have a game in 3 days' time. And I think I want to stick with them. You know, it's not that much fixture congestion that I don't think we can keep on fighting on multiple fronts. I don't know what happened there. So yeah, we will stick with what we got. Let's submit the team. And wait, let me think here. Okay, maybe heal. Submit the team and jump into it. Match selection is fine. No one's complaining about their current role and position. I love seeing that. Craig Bryars has finally accepted that he can play as a fullback on support. We're jumping into the game. If you carry your last performance into this match, we'll do well. We'll say that. Hands on hips. Okay, no, apparently I can't. Outstretched arms. Oh, 3 people seem inspired. That's good enough for me. Let's jump into it. So you can see we've been unbeaten so far. Tougher position coming up here. But you never know. Maybe we can keep the unbeaten record alive and playing at home. Maybe we can even get a win out there today. Minor tactic changes since we've lost our guy Adamczyk. We're playing like passes into space now because we've got a couple of players who've got the pace to get into those now. That's a great switch from Turkington onto Yip, who finds Wilson in the channel. Can Wilson find a cross? So he's going to slide it back. Win a corner. Yip gets it. It's a good dribbler. Maybe he can win a penalty, but he doesn't need to. He plays Johnny Wilson back in, who slides a very calm pass across to Mr. Tony Tamonti back from injury, and he scores 2 minutes in. Fantastic start for us. It's been going really, really well today. And has a very calm and composed finish. Doesn't need to put any power on it, just slots it in at the near post. So close to the goalkeeper, he doesn't have time to react, and we're 1-0 up early on. Let's go. Let's keep this up, boys. Got an attendance of 102 people here today at the dub. Let's get a dub at the dub then. Did he just throw that one? Or did I see that wrong and he played it with his foot. Because that was so far. Sorry that we have to go through this again. Okay, so Warrior, ball over the top. Yep, Margot heads back. Okay. Look at how far McConnell throws that one. Okay, no, he hit it. Sorry. Just me being confused. Here we go. Highlights. Harkner's on the ball. Played around the back. Ferguson wins the header. Loses out on it later though. And wow, what a shot! There we go. Many people have gone close since we joined this club, but finally a shot from open play from outside the box that finds the net. You've seen the bar hit so many times, and I think that's the first one. That was beautifully slotted. I don't know what happened to Andrew Ferguson there. Keane gets out of his feet, takes one touch, and then curls into the bottom corner. Not much you can do about that one. The XG on that one is not going to be very high, at 0.01. Surprised that it went in, but it did. That's just something we'll have to deal with. As you can see, our pass completion has been insane so far. Massey is looking bad body language. He's looking nervous out there. That's kind of the risk you have of having a 17-year-old goalkeeper out there. We'll encourage the boys. So they got another header off. And we'll also go positive, considering we've had control of this match. I think it's not a bad idea. But hopefully go a bit more confident in our passing approach. And maybe that will help us. There's another throw into them down the left-hand side. The last highlight came from there as well. Ball over the top. We should be able to deal with it. Briers has it. Briers, a bit of an impatient pass over the top. I think I should train him to do a short passing game. Not take too many risks, as he's in the centre of attention again. Mr. Worry takes it down in midfield. Now he's got surprisingly a lot of time. Don't know where that pass was supposed to go, but it definitely didn't find one of our men. Mitchell wins the header. We can't get it back under control though. And we do now. Briers once again just bangs it long. Back and forth. No idea who this highlight is going to fall for, but I'm kind of scared it's them. Rafferty on the ball. Ow. What a touch and finish. He's offside. Oh, whew. That's fortunate. Look at that touch and finish. Ball comes right out of the sky. Mulgrew hits it so high up. He takes one touch to control it, and then we won't see the finish, but that was beautiful. We're getting off the hook here. We're going to encourage the boys. Oof. Free kick opportunity for them is gone. I don't know why the highlight didn't show up there. Is that like this bug that was in the game last as well, where you could then encourage the players ahead of a set piece, and then the highlight wouldn't really happen? I'm not sure. So switch to positive has neither really helped nor worsened our situation, I would argue. We have been the better team here today, but once again, we're really struggling to kind of create the kind of chances which are like, bang. I don't know what that was. And Yip on his starting debut, not doing amazingly on that 6.5. But I mean, he is a 1.5 star rated current ability player, so it's not too unexpected. Yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that one. Pass completion has dropped towards the end there, but maybe they just changed something in their press. Yeah, really not too sure how to feel about that one. Again, most of our attacks have come down the right-hand side, which is interesting. Distribution, Jamie Massey hasn't been doing too well, so maybe it's not best that to let him play it out to Andrew Ferguson. But then again, Ferguson is one of the best players in possession in the backline. Craig Briers has done very well. I didn't see much of. He was just punting the ball long. Okay, William Worry could be doing better in terms of his passing, but overall, like attributes, the stats look quite good for us. I'd like us to have a bit more cunning. And I say, look, tell the boys, I'm proud of everyone's efforts so far. Keep going, and we can win this. No one reacts. I will talk to JMS individually because he's nervous. I'll tell him, keep going. You know, you have the ability to make a difference today. Go and prove it. He remains nervous following that, and I don't think there's anything I want to change tactically. Level game, we're in control. We'll see if we can continue that. Not much seems to be happening in the early exchange of the second half. Why is there always, I want the league table, please. So winners and stands would keep us in 6th, but obviously we want to keep a distance to Moyola Park because they have the game in hand. They could overtake us. Highlight falling to us. Riddle, free kick. Mitchell heads on. Dangerous headed opportunity there. Can't quite redirect it into the top corner, but I like what I'm seeing. We'll encourage the boys. And another highlight falls with them throwing on the left-hand side. I've seen a lot of these starting like that. Let's see if they're still in a deep position, so it might be a counter to us. It might be an opportunity for them. But should go out. I don't know how he still got there. Riddle gets rid of it. Tomalti has it. They find one of his wingers. Now he finds Riddle. Oh, come on, Tuckington, make a good run. Yes, Tuckington is in. Doesn't not quite able to keep the ball. Probably gets it back. Tomalti over the top. Jack Moore with a header. I don't know why he headed that. I thought he was going to hit that with the volley, but he scores again. He's offside. How can it the 4th game in a row where Jake Moore has scored? He's done well to redirect that into the bottom corner, but sadly, it's not going to stand in the end. I don't want to make any changes. Bradley up and Tarkington, we don't have any winger substitutions, so can't really be taking them off. Nathan Riddle has not been doing too well, but we're still kind of chasing the game, and he's a good option for that. Free to Tobermore. Yeah, I think I'm going to bring on Chris Watts later for Jake Moore to give him a chance to kind of redeem himself, because Jake Moore hasn't done too much except for that offside goal, but he's always a threat, isn't he? So I shouldn't really take him off. We'll see. We'll see. You know what? It's continued to be all us, so I think Bradley has picked up a yellow. Nathan Riddle's not doing well. We'll bring on Mark Whitford just to make sure we're not getting countered later on. What could I do? Bring Johnny Wilson out to the wide because he's fast. Bring Jack Owens on. It's a bit of an odd substitution to make, but we'll see how it pans out. Pace down the wings is basically the main thing you need at this level. So maybe that's a good idea. Who knows? Jack Owens played very well last time out when he played in an attack midfielder role. Maybe as a playmaker he can do similar things. Ooh, nice. Win back. Tomalti has it. Jake Moore. Is he going to find Johnny Williams? No, check Moore again. Jake Moore. Wow. He could have just run into the space there. But he's so calm and composed lately that he just slots it into the bottom corner from about 16, 17 yards out. Very calm and composed finish. I like that. So another look at that. So Jack Owens finds Jake Moore again. They played a 1-2. One touch. And then just slotted home. Not much power on it. Keeper will be frustrated that didn't get across quicker, but we're not going to complain, and we are going to switch our tactics up, of course. Got a bit more time wasting, a bit lower tempo, slow the pace down. Keep all of the rest the same. Push Wilson back. We'll actually just play him as a wide midfielder on attack. Because that's a bit of a simpler role for a central midfielder to fulfill. Other than that, we'll leave things as they are for now. Confirm the changes. And hopefully we can get a second win off the day. Right after the first one. I will throw out some praise for the boys. Hopefully no one gets complacent following that. Briars did. That's not good. I don't like the attitude I'm seeing from Briars. A couple of tired players in defense, but are doing so well and are just so much better than anything we could bring on. So I think we're not going to make any more changes. No, not for now. We will make sure drop down to balanced, just to make sure we don't commit to any bodies forward. Go for a bit more time wasting. 3 minutes to go. Let's drop it down to even lower tempo. Cautious. It's always a risk that we invite too much pressure this way, but it's also good just to have bodies back and behind the ball for the last few minutes of the game when they go gung-ho. We have a highlight before the changes have gone through with us in possession. Who knows what could happen here? Could go either way. Whitfoot has it. I should dribble around his man. Don't like seeing that at this stage of the game. Look at how far forward they have their strikers pushed. We have a ball back available. That's very well done by Whitfoot. Ferguson on the ball. Good dink over, but we do lose out on it. Could be them now. Barfoot's in behind. Oh no, Mitchell, that was big. How he still got there. Wow. Owens on it. Owens, can he find another good pass? He finds Johnny Wilson in an unfamiliar position on the right hand side, and he scores. Let's go. Hey Husser, what's up? We're having a fantastic day on stream today. Second match of the day. First one we won 3-1. Second one looks like we'll do the same. Jack Owens slides in. Johnny Wilson in an unfamiliar position on the right hand side, following us having subbed off Bradley Yip. And fantastic. So yeah, and that pushes up into 5th in the league momentarily, just 2 points behind that second spot now. No wait, that's Tubbermore. Sorry about that. We're 2 points behind them still, I think. And the big news of the stream today, sadly, is that our Polish wide target forward Lukasz Adamczyk has gotten offers in from Poland, and yeah, he was tempted by them, and he left the club with immediate effect because he was just here on an amateur contract. We weren't able to offer him anything attractive to him. He got a part-time contract at a Polish lower league club. He's getting paid 160 euros a week for a 1.5-year deal. 40-year-old Polish player, I can't blame him for going, but it obviously leaves us very light down the right-hand side, which is why Johnny Wilson has to deputize there towards the end of the game. But yeah, so we solidify our place in the top half. Moyola Park still has that game in hand, but they can only come within 2 points of us. And we are now within striking distance almost of that second spot, depending on what Dollingston do in that game in hand against Moyola Park. We could just be within 4 points. There's 5 games to go in the normal league season, then we have the 5 games, if we're in the top of the league table, to still make up points on the big teams. So it's going to be tough because we're playing the tougher teams, but we just did that against Tubbermore as well, and we were able to beat them 3-1. Very good performance, proud of the lads, and answering immediately to Lukasz Adamczyk leaving the club. Let me show you a quick. Lukasz Adamczyk, there he is. He's gone to GKS Bełchatów, which is in the 4th division of Polish football, but getting paid 160 euros a week. Who could blame him? Very sad, because he was a legendary player for us. Can we still see his form for us? No. But he scored like 4 goals in the 5 or 6 games we've been here. Got a couple of assists as well. Sad to see him leave, but it looks like we have the capacities to make up for the loss, I would say. So apparently we can't view the match. Yeah. No, we cannot. Let's go to tactics, see if we want to praise or criticize someone. I think it's been a standard performance for everyone, not standouts. Johnny Wilson, though, is going to get some praise. He's created 1 opportunity and he scored another one. Not all of it from the advanced playmaker role, one from the right-hand side. So I'm really pleased with how you played last match and that you scored. Keep up the good work. Surely now after this result, someone will start liking you at the club. Nick Tarkington turns around from a very good performance to a poor one, which we don't like seeing. We issue a warning to him as well, and criticize his last game for what? For lack of chances created. Bradley Yip hadn't done well out there either. It's fair enough. He's not, never should have come in to be a starter, but he has to be now. And hopefully me criticizing him is going to push his morale up rather than down. It seems to have done. Tony Tumulty coming back from injury, having a very good performance. Love to see that. Yeah, overall, look at the last 5 games performances there. The ratings are up very high. I like seeing that. We're going to give Tom Hegan a run out in the cup midweek because he's already getting unhappy with his lack of playing time. But first, let us, we receive €52 for every win we do. Let us go to the press conferences and try and get Newstead to like. Apparently, our relationship now is friendly after we improved it last time out. Is it? Is he here already? Did I just not see him before? Newstead, yes, acquaintance. Oh my god. Maybe we're going to be friends after all. Okay, start the press conference. A good result for you out there against a side who were very vocal in your admiration before the match. How do you think your comments might have impacted the result today? I don't think they did much. But I will say, smiling warmly, I don't think they had an impact at all, really. I was impressed with them before the match, and I'm still impressed with them. They worked incredibly hard to try and get back into the game, and are a real credit to the work Adrian has done with them, which is better. Victory of your side today is made all the sweeter with the result at Mill Meadow, where Moyola Park suffered defeat. Yes, this kind of solidifies our position in the top half. How significant could today become at the end of the season? I saw the result, and I'm certainly pleased we've been able to garner something of an advantage. Were you impressed with the goal Gary Keane scored against your team today? He scored a wonderful curling effort from outside the box, bottom corner. Not a lot of pace on it, so maybe our goalkeeper could have done better, but not too disappointed. Open my arms disarmingly. I begrudgingly admit to being impressed. He deserves full credit. News to his expression there. With Wilson the subject of much transfer speculation, what impact do you think Johnny's performance today will have? Ooh, that's not good news. I didn't know that. I think there's every chance of him remaining here. I've seen nothing to suggest to leave. Hopefully that will make him want to stay. As the time spent on the training ground by Tony Tomoty to adopt a completely new position been worth the weeks and months of effort? Yes, he's been playing fantastically recently. I know with every fiber of my being that it's been a success, especially in this version of the multiverse. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. As Russell Rice's relationship with me has improved, but no mention of the one with Neil Stewart, which is the one we really care about. Let's see. Neil Stewart, there he is. Is Russell Rice around already? No. Wilson and Foremost P.S.N.I score easy victory. Very good. Let us set up the players to rest because we have a cup game in 2 days' time. I think everyone will keep their starting spots except for the goalkeeper because they have done very well out there yesterday. Wait, let's have a quick look. Happiness. So Tom Hegan is concerned about his playing time, as is Jordan Divand. Anyone else? Okay. Okay. Johnny Wilson thinks the squad is lacking depth at attacking midfield. That's fair enough, but we're training someone to play there, so we should be fine. Do I want to play Jordan Divand in at right back in the next game? I don't really, but I care a lot about squad morale, and he's just a fringe player, so one game would probably keep him happy. What is our next league match? Home against Stad. Ah, that's big. Why are there such big gaps? Or is that the last league match we have before the split? Ah, it is. Is it? In a team of 11, in a league of 11 teams, why would we have? Well, it's not. It's just not showing. Armagh again, Banbridge at home. You know what? Craig Bryce has been playing so much. Jordan Divand can get their run outs. Okay. So everyone else will get the full 2 days rest before the match in the cup, so that we're hopefully as fit as possible to beat Port Stewart. Because Tarkington apologizes. I want better performances rather than just apologies from you, my friend. And Bradley accepted her comment as fair enough. It was a bit harsh to criticize him because it was a fast start for the team. But hopefully he can improve on that performance. So round of last 16 in the cup. Now this cup only features teams like from our division and below. So we should have a decent opportunity at winning it, considering we're looking like one of the top half teams. We'll see what other teams from the league are still involved. I hope Bangor has dropped out of it thus far, because they look to be the far and away best team in the division so far. So yeah, with those recent results, you have to say promotion is not out of the question any longer. If we look at the league table, we're 4 points behind that second spot, which goes to the playoff. And with, what is that, 10 games to go? It's not an insurmountable gap. Obviously, there's a lot of teams in between that who want to be involved in that too, but hey, it's not bad. Okay, so Macom's Coach Travel Intermediate Cup. Who's still involved? We have, let's see. Okay, so not a few for it. Okay, 4th round. So we have teams from out of the playable leagues. We have Queen's University still in it, us and Port Stewart playing against each other, and Tobermory against Donington. So Bangor are already out of the cup. So there is definitely an opportunity to win it. The highest league position team still in is, I think, Tobermory, Queen's University, whoever sitting high on the table right now. Queen's University, which is sitting just three points above us. So definitely not out of the question that we could win this one. William Worry is dropping in terms of his attributes, which is fair enough at 36, but still a bit of a problem. Owens is performing well in training that attack midfielder position. Hopefully he'll learn it fairly quickly so that Johnny Wilson can drop his concern about that position, but is having too little depth there. We are facing Portsmouth, we're playing a 4-4-2. Last time we played them, we were at home in the league. We were leading until the 95th minute, 2-1, and then they scored an equalizer. Let's try and avoid that kind of heartache this time, please. Very well. Inbox, what's going on here? Okay, since they got the draw against us, their form has dropped off quite a bit, and ours has turned around massively. 3 wins since then. Laws is something about me. Person try to not pay attention to what people are saying or writing about me. My focus now. Okay, I don't know. I don't remember what I said about him. That's fine. Fortnightly staff meeting. What are we saying? I feel. Wait, let me look at something actually. Dynamics, hierarchy. Okay, as long as Whitford still opposes me, we're not going to push any like individual training on the players. But as soon as there's no player except for Henry Kappa, who I was mean to, there who opposes me still, we're going to start kind of pushing that. So we'll leave that. McLaughlin's left foot is considerable weakness. No, that's fine, because we want everyone to be happy with the training for now, so long as we don't. McLaughlin is better suited to the reserve squad. Oh no, he'll stay around because he needs to be a backup for the right wing, absurdly enough. Squad's general character had a positive impact on Jack Owens lately. You love to see that. You can see his determination going up. William always passed his best. Yes, we do need to understand that. That's right. Nathan Riddle, not a player used to be. Yeah, okay, 34. That's fine as well. Craig Bryers is decreasing, which at 26 years old is not what you want to see. He should be at the peak of his powers. Okay, Nathan Riddle has become a highly influential player, which I think happened following the Lukas Adamczyk transfer. Jack Moore obviously is going to get some praise for his form. Put arm around. I'm delighted. Your form has been hugely important in helping us climb the league during this good run. Keep it up. Thanks. I feel I've been playing well and really want to kick on and help us continue. Great having this talk with you. Fantastic. Thank you, Jake Moore. Hopefully his scoring form will continue. No, Soltex, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the channel. We are having a strict rule because we are boycotting the Qatar 22 World Cup. Obviously, you're still welcome to watch, but we are having a strict rule of no on-pitch talk of the Qatar World Cup. Since we're boycotting it, obviously, we're happy to talk about it and the issues going on around it, but the on-pitch stuff, please stays out of the chat on this channel. Okay, so press conference ahead of the match. But yes, I do have the live update set because I need to know when the game starts and finishes to know when until when I need to or want to stream. Yes, I have seen that Saudi Arabia apparently turned the 1-0 definite sit in a 2-1 lead very quickly in the second half. Quite surprising against such a team. But that's all we'll say on it. Welcome to the channel. Johnny Law has been trying to cool the war of words the two of you became embroiled in after the last encounter between the two sides. Is there a part of you that considers this a grudge match despite that? Not at all. Johnny has been very magnanimous with his comments, and as far as I'm concerned, any personal issues between the two of us are long gone now. And open my arms in a disarming manner saying that. Hopefully Neil Stewart will finally actually like us and not just have a friendly relationship with us, but like, you know, like us to the point where we can go for dinner together. Your side has so far pushed 3 opponents to the wayside. Can a 4th follow? Yeah, 3 wins in a row actually. I hope it can, you know, because we want to progress in the cup. I said training has been excellent in the build up to this one, and we're confident of securing the result. The P.S.N.I team have done better than some people had expected to reach this side of the intermediate cup. And if your clash reports do it, how much further do you think you can go? I say we're approaching the business end of things, and from now on we have to be considered a contender. Will Jack Owen's reportedly impressive training performance earn him a place in the team against Port Stewart? No, because our team is playing so well right now. He's a real asset to his team, and if his training performance had been up to scratch, it would only be fair to play him. It would, yes, but I say I don't know yet. He has to remain patient and work hard until his moment arrives. Does Mark Whitford have the key attributes to unpick Port Stewart? No, I shouldn't be playing. Mark is a fine player. My team is full of fine players, though, and will win or lose as a team. Okay. Ooh, yes! Relationship has improved. Friendly. Oh my god, I think we've achieved the goal. I think Neil Stewart likes us now. We're very close! Let's go! Oh, what a stream it's been today! 2 wins, and finally we're getting Neil Stewart around to like us. Oh, where do you want to go for dinner, Neil? What do you eat in Northern Ireland? I don't know. What's a typical Northern Ireland specialty? We'll go and get that. That'll be a fine time. Whew. So, Gino Har set to sign for P.S.N.I. Oh, and we've got another scout in. Let's see if he's any better than the one we got last. The last one had like 4 judging player ability and 2 judging player potential. Chief scout as well. Let's see, 90 euros a week we're paying him until the end of the season. Oh, he's better. He's got 3 judging player potential and 4 ability. He's got a bit of knowledge about the Republic of Ireland as well. 13 adaptability. Interesting. He's got a secondary nationality of Irish. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's going to bring us lots and lots of very, very good players. We should have set up a new scouting focus for the right wing spot, shouldn't we? Wing right. At least 2.5-star current ability, please. There is any, so that's fine. I don't know how much difference it makes because we're not in charge of the transfers, so we'll see what our backroom staff does. But yeah, I think we should be doing that to hopefully replace the guy. So apparently we're struggling to work within the wage budget, even though that's not our fault because obviously our director of football is in charge of the transfers. So what we will do actually is we'll be a bit cheeky here, and we'll move some funds over because I would deem it unfair that we are judged to have made an error here when it's just not our fault. So we'll move it over until 252. That sees us just within our wage budget. So on course now, that's fine then. It's a bit like I don't like pushing it too far because that's not what the scouting budget is for. It's a bit of an error that we've got so much scouting budget by the game, I think. but I think it's a fair shout to do that. Because it's not our fault that the director of football has pushed us past the suggested budget, but we are being judged on it, so that would not be fair. So we'll do this cup game, and then we'll leave the stream there for now. I'll come back, obviously, in an hour's time later, when the next World Cup match is about to kick off. But yeah, cup time could be exciting. Always exciting to play a cup game, isn't it? So this is the round of last 16. After this is the quarter-final draw, and our league is the highest league that puts teams forward for this competition. And should we beat Portsmouth, there's only 4 teams of our division or 3 teams of our division left for the quarter-final. So there is a real chance that we could be winning this competition. Should we be able to get past Portsmouth, which is always a tricky tie away from home. They now sit bottom of the table, so they haven't been able to pick up a point since they got a draw against us, but they got the draw against us in our home fixture. So not ideal. We'll save the game here, just to make sure nothing goes wrong. And then we'll jump straight in with our first team. We want to go far in this cup, so we're putting them forward. As the Barnsley United and East Belfast game, I think, had already been postponed. It's been postponed again, so it might take a while until we know who is through in that tie. But yeah, up against their 4-4-2 with our 4-1-2-2-1 off balanced, weird. Instead as a 4-1-4-1. It's actually kind of a 4-2-3-1, but where exactly players are. It's a bit odd. But yeah, basically first team, just the exception of bringing Jordan Diven in the right back spot, because otherwise he'll complain about a lack of match time. Tom Hegan, similar story in goal. Other than that, it's the same team that started on the weekend. Ben Mitchell, Andrew Ferguson, Nathan Riddle, William Worry, Johnny Wilson, Nicholas Tarkington, Bradley Yip, Tony Tumulty, and Jake Moore. Bench will need to set up. So Jack Graham will be our centre-back substitute. Mark Whitford, I want to take with us. Do you know what? Jack Graham can stay off the bench. Mark Whitford will be our centre-back substitute, because we also want to bring Craig Bryars with us. To have the right back substitute in case Jordan Diven isn't doing well. We've got Cochrane and Owens, and we'll bring Watts with us. McLaughlin normally is a backup for the right wing spot now, but since we have a lack of substitutions, not really a good option there, we'll enter this game without him on the bench. And yeah, I think we'll jump into the game like that. Don't need to change anything about the tactics, although actually we do, because Tom Hegan is better with his feet, so we'll distribute with the short kicks instead of rolling it out. Bradley Yip is not happy. I don't know about what. No, we can't look at it. I clicked through it too quickly. Sorry about that. And I'll say to the boys, if you carry it afterwards, if this match will do well, although I have been saying that a lot, but it still seems too arc. And if we keep on performing like that, very nice. So yeah, you can see similar lineup to what they had last time. Smith, the Dangerman, the region, and picked up 4 points on the last 5 games. Whereas we picked up 11 from our last 5. So it's been very good. But points picked up for this game don't matter. It's a cup tie. Just tonight matters. See how it goes. 82 people in attendance. Well, we don't really care because there's no league table available for this match, obviously. And yeah, hopefully we can continue our good run. I'd love to have a cup semi-final, final run in the first season at the club. Just have something exciting, because even though we're not out of the promotion race yet, probably not going to make any major waves there. It's just really cool to have some competition to get excited for. So we've got 3 shots with a 0.01 XG on each of them. I'll encourage the boys, pushing them forward. Ben Mitchell doesn't react on that. I'm frustrated by the feedback. Okay, so I think I've pushed the encourage shout a bit too far. Don't need to do that all the time any longer. And we have been in control of the early exchanges. We'll also go positive, as we normally do when we are in control. Okay, highlight here with us in possession. Ball over the top to Tumulty. Can he get there? He's going to drop down to him. Oh, the defender just about clears it. Good stuff from them. Definitely had more shots, but None of them of any real significance. Attempt to turn on and like work the ball into the box, but I don't know if it's going to help much. It's better to just get shots off and kind of show our dominance of the match. Let's try it for the last 10 minutes of the half, because those have been really poor opportunities. Just taking shots from anywhere is not going to help us much. But before those changes gone through, we've got another highlight with more offside, so maybe it wasn't actually a highlight. I will demand more of the boys. See how that goes down. Goes down very badly. Good to know. What are they saying? Frustrated by the feedback and pressured by the feedback. That is not nice to see. Hopefully that's not going to lead to us giving up a goal before half time. Look at them, they've had, I was going to say they had 3 shots, all of them on target. Whereas we had 9 with 1 on target. How have we had 9 shots and just created 0.11 XG? That's incredible. That's an average of like 0.01 something XG per shot. XG, you didn't know, it's short for expected goals. How many goals you expected to score with the kind of shots you're taking on. So what can we change? Jordan Diver not having a good match out there. I didn't expect him to. Not doing terribly either though. Mitchell Ferguson, Nathan Riddle really disappoints me with his pass completion. I thought he'd be better in possession. Johnny Wilson's got 3 key passes off already. He's doing very well. William Bowie on a yellow. That worries me too. I think we'll take him off before too long. Bradley Yip doing well down the right hand side. Tony Tumulty popping up in good areas, even though not shooting well. Yeah, I don't think as much we need to change yet. We can very much win this match, keep up the hard work, and the result will come. I guess we'll go for that. I'd like to change something to make us create more opportunities, but I don't know what it would be. Maybe we should try and go narrower, because we often succeed by going down the outside, don't we? I don't know what to do. We'll just pop into the second half and hopefully something changes, even though we didn't change anything. So like Einstein's the definition of insanity. Keep on doing the same thing with expecting to get a different outcome. Ooh, we've got a shot. And 0.07 XG from it. Fantastic. We'll try a shot of encouragement. Ooh, no, free kick here for us. Very good position. Nathan Riddle over it. Is he going to shoot? He's going to swing it in. I think he's going to shoot. He shoots. It did touch the top of the net, but it didn't dip in time. Good effort, though. Good effort. Yeah, William Rory is for once not having a good game out there, so we'll give Aaron Cochrane the opportunity. We might as well try it. Nothing's been happening in this game, so it's the opportunity to just try something out. Same thing with taking Jack Moore and bringing Chris Watson. You know, Jack Moore is has been a reliable goal scorer for us, so you might deem it as a bad decision, but we might as well give them an opportunity. If we don't try it, we'll never know if it would have worked. And other than that, since they haven't created anything, I think we'll just go attacking and we'll stop working the ball into the box, because it doesn't seem to have brought us any like really good opportunities, so we might as well take some more shots on, I would say. Riddle is looking for targeting over the top, but can't quite find him. Oh no, that's a dangerous ball over the top. Duffy on it. What did I just say about them not creating any opportunities? Which is why we can go attacking. Yeah, I like life on the edge, I guess. Okay, let's encourage the boys. Come on, we can do better than that. In front of the 82 excited Pod Stewart fans. Because of them repeating on the ball. Could be a bit of miscommunication there, but it is not. They go very direct on us. Almost worked out this time, but not quite luckily. Johnny Wilson can't quite win the ball back. Smith was inside, and I told you he's the danger man. You know what, I'm scared now, we'll go back to positive. Okay, throw into us on the left-hand side. Can we play like a 1-2 and Riddle swings in the cross? That would be lovely. Okay, no cross, but that's exactly what we did. Johnny Wilson fans, Yip, score, please. Yes! Bradley Yip slots it in with his weaker left foot. Let's go! Woo! Looks like we're winning another game here out here today. Riddle throws it into Tumulty. Tumulty to the back. Cochrane like calmly played around the back. Wilson finds Yip stepping off his marker, and he slots it past Madison, who can get a touch to it, but can't move it around the post. Wonderfully worked goal. As the two substitutes are struggling to meet the pace of the match, which is not good to see. What can we do? What can we do? I could bring on off Jordan Diven, because I've not been too impressed with what I've seen. We'll just make him a fullback on defend for now. Leave him on the pitch. And we don't really have a centre back. I want to bring off Andrew Ferguson, because that would leave us with two centre backs who can't jump. So we'll have to leave him out there, even though he's very tired. Just worrying. Any other substitutions we want to make? Not for the moment. Do we want to bring on Jack Owens for time? No, it's better to save it, because I think we only have 3 substitutions in this competition. We'll go to stay positive. It's worked well for us. We'll go time wasting sometimes though, and slow the pace down distribution, just to take control of this game properly. Hopefully, as we similar throwing position from which we worked the goal last time. Try to work it differently this time, and it didn't work out. They are again going for Route 1 football. And the problem, we have a bit of a gap between our defense and our midfield and offense, that we do most of the time win those headers, but we can't really find a man. Maybe that's the problem we have with our defenders having such bad pass completion. As Turkington is found with a wonderful ball by Ferguson. Can he do something with this? He's going to go for the shots, although he had 2 runners ahead of him. Decent effort, but in terms of height and power, but no direction, straight at the goalkeeper. Watts looks to win a header. Tarkington wins it again, and he's been fouled by Law there, very mainly. Apparently that's a goal kick from the shot from Tumulty. Oh, he looked very lively these last few minutes. I do like what I'm seeing. As now Cochrane and Watts also seem to be up to speed of the match. Still not sure I want to do any substitution. No, we'll leave it as is for now. We'll pull Yip back, so hopefully Diven has got someone to head the ball to when he wins those duels. And other than that, yeah, I guess we can go time wasting frequently. Because why would we not at this stage? 1-0 up, 10 minutes to go, cup game, so one moment could change the whole thing. Look at their morale, attitude towards the game dropping massively, although they have a good freak opportunity here. Riddle heads clear, can we counter? Or are we going to give it up? Watts dribbles out wide, very nicely kept hold of it. Can he slide his man in? No, goes back to Diven. Tries over the top for Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson going to get there! Oh, it's almost 2 goals in 2 games for Johnny Wilson. Nicely controlled, and then he saw the headlines and his name in shiny lights and just banged it over. Okay, last few minutes. I think we'll just make like a time-wasting substitution. And we shall do it by bringing off Nathan Riddle for Mark Whitfield. Stop getting further forward. We'll also drop the tempo down a little bit. Go for a balanced mentality. Keep our shape though largely. And it's looking like we're going to carry this win through. It's not been a classic, but 1-0 victory. They count all the same, especially in the cup, and we're through to the quarterfinals. And it's exciting times, as we might just win a cup. Nice work, everyone. That was good. And this, because my mother's coming to visit in a minute, even though the match in the World Cup isn't over yet, this is where we'll leave today's stream, this morning's stream, and we shall get into more stuff in 1 hour and like 10 minutes. Thank you very much for dropping by, and I'll see you later.